Check. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chew and You podcast.
Hey yo, I'm coming for them duffel bags and gold teeth. This game been saturated, written for my nosebleeds. I like that propane and spit that dragon breath. I got that product for the low, all hell my connect. I've seen the nicest people plotting with the worst intent. I've seen my enemy.
I'm Chew.
And this is welcome back to the Chew and You podcast. We got a hot one today, guys. The Tiger King is in the house today, man. And
the Wolf King. No Wolf King.
No Wolf King today. No Wolf King today.
Look at that little puppy being.
Oh, here we go. Here comes the trash talk. Here comes the trash talk.
You know what? Let's just clear the table right now.
Let's clear the table right now. And if you were watching Facebook Live, you probably won't catch it on the YouTube channel, but you're watching Facebook Live, Chew will pull something out of you, not what you think. It's PG. Don't worry.
Oh, no. It's exactly what you think it is.
It's PG. And we just couldn't stop laughing to the beginning of the whole podcast. So if you caught it on Facebook, on Instagram, you already know what it is. For those who are watching YouTube, stay tuned. You'll eventually know what the hell he's going to do with that thing he has in his. Oh. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. And there he goes, voguing. But anyways, Tiger King in the house, man. How you been, man? Haven't had just
what's going on, brother?
How's it been? Like about 4 months, 5 months last time we talked, around there?
Yep, about 4 or 5 months.
And you were up to get the belt, and that same week I was listening to it, and you got it.
Yep.
You had 2 belts on you, man.
Last time I was here, I had 1 belt, and shortly after I got 2 belts.
There you go.
Yeah. And then shortly after I had to forfeit it because of injury, but technically never lost it.
There you go.
There's that. I'm still holding on to that first belt that I brought on the first time, which marks 549 days as of today, give or take.
Oh, shit.
So,
really?
A good year and a half holding that one.
Damn,
so that's an accomplishment. Yeah.
And I'm going to let you read this one because Eric, I'm sorry, not Eric, but the Wolf King just sent a message to Tiger King at the very bottom. Read that out loud so everybody can hear it.
Kittens meow louder when no one's around to kill them. All right.
Oh my God,
that's a good point.
It's
got a valid point, but dogs bark louder when no one's around to do anything about it either.
Oh, there you go. Hold that out.
I should be saying it to you right there, but I have to say it to you.
We're gonna have a clean podcast today, people. Or else Chew will whip out something he doesn't want to whip out. And he's Well, first and foremost, let's thank our sponsors today, Sergio Video Brothers. Thank you once again for helping us out, man. Video Brothers Electrical. Thank you again for another month of successfully keeping the light on. And we had problems with our internet, and I don't know if Sergio had something to do with that, but thank you, Sergio. We appreciate it too. But yeah, thank you very much. Also, a big shout out to Hemp It Up, new sponsor for this month. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. If you haven't
still saving people's lives every day.
Especially if you have back injuries, leg injuries, you want to use that oil to rub that injury down, that'd be the best bet to go. Look them up over a new location in Weslaco, in that little Weslaco Plaza, right behind St. Martin's Church. Hey, it's like I said all before the other podcast. If God didn't want it to grow, it wouldn't be for us, man. That's it right now.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's good. I mean, good stuff, man. Go out there and visit them in North Temple County and over here in Weslaco, also 2 locations. So head out there and invest as possible and win as possible. So let's get to the Tiger King here, man. How you been, bro? I mean, shoot, injury-wise, what's going on? What happened?
Injury-wise, well, my ankle's still pretty messed up, but that's a constant thing. Same thing with my back.
Mm-hmm.
Just the constant slams and everything. It just never really gets better. So been kind of taking it slow these past couple months. Also trying to recoup and So I mean that's pretty much it. Like it's good that things are picking up now because COVID's like finally slowing down.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But now that it's picking up, I'm kind of slowing down. So,
yeah.
But I mean, hey, it is what it is, and you gotta do what you gotta do to get the most out of it.
Yeah,
it's tough being the king, man. What are you gonna do? It's just one of those things. It's like you say, as many days as you've had that title, there's a reason.
Yeah.
You protect it.
Yeah. Everywhere you go, man.
Yeah.
And as far, I mean, the last time we talked, like I said, you did win the title.
Yeah.
You had the two titles on you.
Yeah.
On there, and at the same time, you were doing a raffle also on the Tiger King mask.
Yeah.
And what did you know?
Yep.
The Chew New Podcast won it. So it's right up there in our show. But the mask that we won on the raffle is special. But what's more special when he walked into the podcast is this bad boy right here.
The Chew New special right here.
The Chew New special.
Hell yeah.
The official mask of Chew.
The
Oh my! Official mask of the Chew New Podcast.
Mark's wearing it right now.
Yeah, I'm wearing it around. Shut up. Awesome, man. He came in and he presented it to us, and that will gladly be up on the shelf for us to see, and for any of us comes into the podcast to watch, look at. Awesome, man. Beautiful mask, and handmade by Mr. Tiger King himself, which is awesome, bro. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much, man. And you say you're gonna start doing your masks on your own. You try doing your masks on your own now?
Yeah, I'm starting to transition into gear making and mask making. I finally got tired of having to wait months and months for my stuff to be ready.
Yeah.
And you know, I used to sew a bit when I was a kid. Hadn't done it in maybe 13, 14 years. And
like riding a bicycle, you eventually pick it up again.
Yep. You know, you only got to stick your fingers a couple of times with the needle before you realize I got to move it. But yeah, I mean, I just decided, you know, screw this. I'm gonna just make my own gear, and it all started because like the final straw that broke the camel's back was I got a new set of gear made, and I mean the guy just kept dragging ass. And, you know, I told him like I need it by this day. Okay, yeah, no problem. And you know that the week before he's like, no, I'll have it ready. Wasn't ready. I'll have it ready in 2 weeks. 2 weeks came by, still wasn't ready. And you know, by the time he finally had it ready, like it looked rushed and you know, not complete.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I mean, the designs were kind of different. Like he changed it up, and I'm just like, I'm all about, you know, keeping everything the same. Like all my masks have to look the same. I don't like things to change. I don't like my design, even if it's just a little tweak. It messes with me. So that mask was just really bugging me, and you know, then I got the kick pads, and they were just complete garbage.
Really?
I mean, I'm not trying to talk down or anything, but I mean,
hey, that's your gear. That represents you when you go into the ring.
Like it was nothing what I ordered or like the colors were all wrong. Everything was just terrible. And you know, the padding wasn't even padding. It was like that, like memory foam.
Oh.
And I was like, dude, this isn't gonna protect shit. Like,
gotcha.
You know, after one match, it's gonna tear apart, and like it's done. So you know, now on the bright side, I got to tear them apart, and now I have a pattern for kick pads, so I can work on making my own. And I downloaded patterns for the masks. So I mean, little by little, it's just getting everything I need, and it's just a matter of practicing, trial and error, and you know, we'll take it from there. Like, this is legit the first mask I ever made. And, you know,
it's an honor to have it, man, to have it up here in the podcast. It'll definitely be right up there with a shelf right next to your face mask, man.
Yeah, man, it looks like a pro did it. And guess what? They did.
Yeah, no shit,
a pro
man.
did make it, did it.
And I like it, man.
It's awesome.
It lifted up so the top camera Facebook fans can say that, and also the Instagram guys can see it also. Not that ugly mask right there. This one right here. Right in front of us. Trust me, Tiger would have done a better job on that mask.
Says you.
Hey, well, yeah, it says me. But yeah, man. So, and then as far as anything else, I mean, what's the future down the line? I mean, what's in you for the Tiger King upcoming on the road now?
I mean, like I said, I have been slowing down a bit, so I don't really have very much planned out. You know, for upcoming, I might have a show in San Antonio come, was it September?
Okay.
But you know, we'll see how that one goes. And you know, like I said, I'm just trying to, I guess, maybe take a little bit of time off and just really slow down and get back to where I need to be. That way I can, you know, continue defending the belt and not just go in there and have, you know, shitty half-ass matches or know, whatever. So, you know, if it means taking a little bit of time off, then, you know, taking a bit of time off. It's just going to prolong everything.
I'm sure your fans can find out what you're doing still on your socials, you know.
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah. I terrible at keeping up with my social media, but terrible at it. But yeah, I do post every now and then, and
There you go.
it's just, yeah. I mean, I promise I will get better at that. But
I know I sent you that picture while I was designing with the tiger and you in the background.
Yeah.
I showed you that cartoon picture. I was really working on it. So maybe you can use this down the line,
yeah,
down the line
definitely.
for our promos. And
Put
so
it
I
on
put
a
it,
shirt or something.
so I put it together, and I also did the Wolf Kings also and sent it to him also, so you can maybe use it down the line if
Yeah,
you'd like
yeah,
to use
it looks
it.
really badass. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, that's badass. I like it.
That cartoon form. And I was really looking around for abs to really work with and play with the design a little bit. And then when it popped up with the tiger in the front, oh, this would be perfect. I gotta use this one, man. This is gonna be awesome. So that's the only reason why I did it. And I pumped up the promo as much as I could. Go, man, to get some people to watch it because it's gonna be interesting. So, but Wolf King didn't show up. That's fine, and it's all good. It's understandable. What he has things to do, and that's the thing about life, man.
Does he,
Sometimes,
though?
come on, man, let's get the guy. I'm defending you here, there, Wolf. I'm defending you here.
No, let's hear him out.
I mean, he can defend himself.
And the last time we were talking on Facebook Live and on our podcast, we never really got down to the nitty-gritty on the mask, bro. We never really got down to where the mask eventually came about. How did it come about? What was the whole meaning behind the mask when you first started out? So let's rewind to the podcast we had before, and let's hit that question.
All right.
Where did the Tiger King mask generate? Where did it come from?
I don't remember if we talked about that. We did talk about how I became a fan of like Japanese wrestling and Tiger Mask,
Right.
Which was a Japanese wrestler,
Right.
and who he himself has had about 4 different incarnations throughout the years.
Mhm,
Different people have taken up that mantle.
Yeah.
And we got into Eddie Guerrero and how he was even Black Tiger.
Yeah.
So I was always a fan of Tiger Mask and of course Black Tiger because I was a huge fan of Eddie Guerrero growing up.
Mhm.
And when I was like in middle school, I used to go a lot to like Club Aragon and Far West and all that, and
Right.
where they would have lucha shows.
Right.
And I saw Tiger King.
Mhm.
So immediately I put like 2 and 2 together and was like, hey, Tiger King, Tiger Mask, like, kind of the same. Like I like this guy.
Right.
And lo and behold, once I started training, there was always one guy that stood out more than like everybody else, at least physique wise, because I mean he was like really built and fit and everything. And,
Right.
He for some reason his name just always stuck out, and it was Jesse Valentine, and like just everything about him was like, all right, there's something special about this dude.
Mhm.
But lo and behold, I found out that he was Tiger King.
Oh.
And I was like, oh shit, like badass. Like, I grew up watching you, like that's crazy.
Right.
So it was a total mind blowing moment. And as the years went on, we became friends, and then we got really close back in like 2014.
Mhm.
And every day it was just me and him going to the gym twice a day. And it was out of the blue. He was like, hey, you want to be Tiger King? And I was
Wow.
like, oh shit, like
Wow.
like for a match, a night, or what? Like, you want to do a Valentine versus Tiger King, And he's like, I don't know, let's just play it out, see how it goes.
Bring you in.
Yeah. It started from there, and fucking took off. Like I was,
Wow.
it was supposed to be like a secondary gimmick. I was still gonna have my normal character and have this one as a side, and
Right.
I had just gotten gear made for me,
Mm-hmm.
and I only wore it one time, and then Tiger King took off. So I was like, okay, well, fuck it, that'll be my secondary gimmick, and I never wrestled as myself after that.
You stick
So
to it.
Yeah, it's been let me see, 5 years now as Tiger King too, and it was coming up with the name was like, okay, well, I don't want to just be Tiger King. I was like, well, what do we do? Do we do Tiger King 2? Do we do Tiger King the Second? Do we do Tiger King Jr.? Like,
Right.
no,
Right.
Junior sounds too weird. I was like, no, I don't want to be Junior. Like, it's weird. And I was like, you know what, Tiger King 2, and instead of an actual 2, I'll do like the Roman numerals and have that regalness to it.
Right.
So I was like, after all, he's the king.
Right.
So I think the reason why I decided on the Roman numeral 2 was just a little sketch that I did, and I was just like, how can I shorten like Tiger King 2 to like TK? I was like, okay, TK, and I did the T, and like on the stem of the T, I did the K, so it was kind of like connected.
Right,
and then
right.
I just scratched like the Roman numeral 2 in between the K, and I was like, all right, that looks
That'll
balanced.
work.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, you know
Yeah.
what, TK2, there it is. So sometimes if I get lazy and I don't want to say Tiger King 2, I'll just refer to myself as TK2. But yeah, like you know, I everything was inherited and passed down to me, and I mean, I want to get to the point with my masks to where they're gonna last, you know, 10, 11 years, the same way all of those masks lasted.
Yeah.
It wasn't until last year that I finally got this one made for myself. So this is my first own official Tiger King 2 mask, and hopefully it lasts another 10 years.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And I got Eric talking on Facebook Live, just to give you a heads up, Tiger King. He says, no one handed me the Wolf King title. I built it and grew it. Fun fact for Tiger King Dos. So,
Wow.
he's still taking shots.
Right here.
Good job. I appreciate that, Eric. Thank you for sure. There you go. And,
It may have been handed down to me, but I took it on my own and ran with it, and even surpassed what Tiger King 1 initially did.
there you go. Good answer.
You know,
Good answer.
just throwing that out there.
I feel tension in between. I'm kind of glad the Wolf King didn't come in, because I really like this table, even though we are getting one made, and it's going to be a solid wood. Shout out to Roy Gutierrez, who's in the process of making us a nice podcast table. We appreciate you, man, doing
Thank
that
you,
for
Roy.
us.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I am the man of tough love. That's what Eric was saying. I agree. He says, I agree.
Oh yeah, trust me, I know all about tough love. The last time I was in the ring with Eric was
Here we go.
what, maybe 2018, and it was a tag team match, and I walked out with a pretty good love tap, as we call them.
We're talking about on the vehicle over here.
Huge black eye, big ass bump on the side of my head.
Nice knot so you can remember. And you know, and that's one question we're gonna bring up in the podcast, because I'm glad you guys buried the hatchet after that whole knot thing on the
After
side of your head.
Betrayal.
You know, and it's understandable. You know, I'm glad, and unfortunately, yeah, that would have gotten.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So remember that side of the head.
Yeah, man, and we had talked about the last podcast that he gave you a nice welcome back, knot in the head.
Yep.
So it says Tiger King recut a wound on my head that night.
I don't remember that.
False
If you say so.
information. If you say so, as they say, it's false information there, Wolf King. So, but I believe you. I believe you, buddy. I believe you.
Yeah,
I believe
sure.
you.
We all believe you. Yeah.
I'm trying to take. See, you're supposed to be on my side of the table, bud. But yeah, man. But it is what it is, man. It says, will Tiger King ever do a mask versus mask match?
I plan on it. You know, I've always wanted to do one. I actually had one lined up a couple years ago with my tag team partner, but you know, we kind of had turned on each other. And it was supposed to lead up to a mask versus match, but he went off and got himself injured. So yeah,
okay.
it's been a couple years. His back still hasn't recuperated. So
Hey, man, those are the toughest ones, man.
Yeah,
Especially when
so-
it's anything to do with the spine.
yeah,
Those are the worst ones to get.
yeah.
I've known a lot of people that work wise they've hurt themselves in the spine.
Yeah.
They never stay the same, man. It's just not the same anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I can attest to that. Like, I messed up my back in I want to say it was like 2013, and like ever since, like, it still really has. It'll still bug me. Like, if it gets cold, my lower back just starts killing me, and you know, after if I take a bump wrong, yeah, it's like I'm done.
Right.
But I mean, thankfully, it wasn't anything. But I was like this close to hitting my tailbone. So I mean, and it was like right on the edge of the stairs. It was a military press.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, they were supposed to Jackal. Fuck you, Jackal. You know, he picked me up for the military press. I'm just kidding, Jackal. You know I love you.
Yeah.
But
I'm getting a message from Jackal. I'm just joking.
No, seriously,
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
you.
But seriously, fuck you.
he picked me up for a military press, and he went to throw me out of the ring onto the stage because
Right.
you know Cena Rey has the stage.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we had done that once before, and it came out beautifully.
Hmm.
And actually, if Eric were here, he could attest to that first time because the way we had the stage set up, there was like maybe a foot and a half from where you came out of the curtain,
Right.
and then it was like a foot and a half, and then the stairs. So we did that spot. He threw me. I landed beautifully on the carpet and everything, right in front of this. Like, if I would have rolled, I would have gone backstage.
Right.
And so I just land on my side and I roll on my back, and I just see Eric's head pop out of the curtain. He's like, "Dude, that was beautiful." And then, I'm just like, "What the fuck?" Dude.
Keep going.
And you know, so we're gonna go do that again a few months down the line. But one thing I didn't anticipate was the ring was farther away this time.
Oh, really?
Mm.
So you know, Draco wasn't that confident going into it, and you know, my dumbass was like, "No, we've done it before. Like, we'll be fine. Like, we got this." And he was just like, "No, man, I don't think so." He's like, "Let's just do it normal." I'm like, "No, we've done it before. Like, I got this."
Right. Right.
And yeah, we didn't have it.
Oh my gosh, man.
You know, he went and threw me, and as soon as I left, as soon as like I was airborne, I was like, "Fuck, I'm not gonna make it." And you know, the way we had the stairs, it was just straight down.
Right. Right.
So you know, it was like,
It wasn't a ramp. It was just literally
yeah, it was just like stairs.
stairs. Oh
and
my gosh.
because the ring was farther, we were able to put the stairs going straight down. Normally, we would have them on the sides.
Right. Exactly.
So if it would have been, I mean, if the ring would have been closer, I would have cleared it.
Right.
But you know, it was just like stairs going straight down, and I just saw myself going for them. And the first, like, everything slowed down. So the first thought that popped in my head was, I'm gonna hit like the side of my calf on it, and it's gonna snap, and I'm gonna break my leg. So I went to tuck my legs in, but when I did that, I ended up moving my body, so I was going like back first.
Oh.
So I literally landed on the top part of the stair, where it's like the
Ouch.
platform,
Ouch.
and then there was like this much stage. So my lower back just slammed right on the corner of the stage, and yeah, like I said, like that close to hitting my
Great
tailbone.
entertainment, though.
Yep.
Great entertainment.
So I remember
Dude, that was brutal.
Dude, that was awesome, bro.
No,
Keep
actually,
going.
by that point, they already had like more stage area. Like the backstage area wasn't on the stage itself; it was on the sides. So yeah, he would have had to literally come out and be like, "Oh, badass." But yeah, I remember I hit, and immediately like the pain just shot through me, and I was just like,
Yeah,
"Oh."
yeah.
And immediately, like, I moved my toes, I moved my hands, like, all right, I'm good. And then Dave Blackwell, who's the referee, he's also like a medic.
Right.
So he rushed to me, and everyone, like, the general manager, like, everybody just rushed to me and like, "Are you okay? Are you good? Like, can you move your toes? Can you do this?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm fine."
Right.
And they were like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm good. Like, you know, let's go, let's continue." And against better judgment, against all odds, like, I still went and continued the match. And that's actually one thing I learned from Eric. You know, never give up in a match. You know,
Right.
just fight
Yeah.
through the
Yeah.
pain.
Exactly.
You know, no matter what happens. It's
Yeah, because you got the fans watching. You know, they
Yeah.
want the entertainment. They're watching a
Yeah.
show.
You
They
know,
want the show.
you know, it's like I've never been the one to just be like, "Oh, I'm too hurt." Like, okay, obviously, if I snap my leg off and I can't continue, then yes, I'll stop. But
Right.
you know, if I know that I can push on and finish off the match, then
Mhm.
by all means, I'm going to do that, no matter
Mhm.
what, no matter what it costs. So yeah, I continued to finish the match and had a big ass ball on my back for months. Like, I couldn't even sleep right for a good
I can only.
6
I can't
months.
even imagine, bro. I can't even imagine.
Yeah. So you know, ever since then, like I bump wrong, or you know, weather gets shitty, my back feels it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got you.
But
Yeah.
you know, it's all part of the game. It's like,
I have a question from Roel Saldana.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. Who?
Huh?
Who?
Yeah. You know, just turn it off.
And he wanted to ask the Tiger King, what do you think about wrestling's living the gimmick, as far as, like, for example, like Macho Man, the Macho Man days, you know, day and night, you know, like living the gimmick itself.
Oh, dude, I'm all for it. I guess maybe because I grew up watching that era, even though like it was before my time. Like I always say I'm an old soul. You know, I you know, when it comes like to music or you know, movies or whatever, like I always like the older stuff.
Right.
You know, like I grew up listening to like Elvis and, you know, Buddy Holly, stuff like that.
Right.
So, you know, it transitions back into wrestling. Like I love old wrestling. I love, you know, the mentality and the you know, just everything about kayfabe. Like I've always loved it, and that's one thing like I always wanted to do. That's what attracted me to, you know, lucha. It's
Right.
like, you know, they get to live the gimmick as much as they want. Like there's always those two sides. Like no one really knows who they are.
Right.
And you know,
And Erica answered back and says, "Yeah, he loves old women too."
no, yeah. My wife is older than me. So.
Oh my God, man! This, you know what? And we were anticipating that's how he affords all the killer mats. Dang it, man! This is why you're supposed to be here. And we were prepared for that. I was telling Chewy, go, bro. I brought Band-Aids. I brought hydrogen peroxide. I bought a backup table just in case. And
I had 9-1, and then like on my phone,
Just waiting for the other one.
Just
you had a
waiting for the
backup.
other
You
one.
had a backup plan. You can show the backup plan you had.
Oh,
Yeah,
the backup one?
the backup plan,
Oh,
ladies
well,
and gentlemen.
uh-oh.
He said the backup plan was
Here's a backup plan for your ass.
he was going to use
Oh.
the false leg as a
Who
backup.
wants it first? Huh? How about a size 10 coming at you?
Put that thing away, man.
Oh, Kevin Nash would be proud.
Let's see Kevin Nash beat this. Size,
Holy Jesus Christ, man.
size 10 boomeranging up.
I can imagine the Wolf King's reaction to the sausage. Give me that
You know
thing.
My mama had the chocolate. I got this. This is what I got.
It's a chocolate 2.0.
It's a chocolate 2.0.
Chocolate 2.0.
Throw this son bitch, you gonna come back.
Oh, you know what? It ain't coming back. It's going up there.
Holy shit. God.
Wait.
Put that thing away, man. Put it away. You're freaking me out. It looks like you're doing a weird stretch. Put it away.
Hey, what if I am? Why are you hating, dude?
Because I can do it. You can't.
Yeah. Let's see you do that.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
Oh, and the reaction when we first did that before the podcast, you should have seen the Tiger King.
I lost my
He
shit.
almost fell off the chair cracking up. Oh my
See,
God.
Eric, the shit that you're missing, the shit you're missing.
Where you at, bro? Where you at?
Oh Jesus, man.
Tiger King
I-
did that thing in the cartoon cat where he like
He latched onto the top of the roof.
onto the
His
ceiling.
face, he like turned around and unhooked and just came back on all fours.
That's always down on their feet.
Holy shit, man, that's too fucking funny.
You're about to land on this way.
I'll keep that damn thing away, dude.
Come on.
Jesus Christ. Oh shit. Oh man.
Oh, no.
The last time you were here, we didn't get to do the pod decks. I didn't think I had received these. So we did do these?
No, you did bring them up, but I don't know if you had mentioned.
We hadn't
you
had 'em
ordered
yet.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't worked them out yet. So we're gonna go and hit you up with 3 of these
Uh-oh.
and see what kind of answers you got for us. I'm gonna let you read them out.
As a special guest host, I get to go first.
Yeah, well, actually, you're gonna read it too. He's gonna answer it. You don't have to answer. He's answering. Here you go. But
Excuse me.
You heard me. Take out whichever card and or hand it to him so he can read it out loud. Whichever, just one card, not all of them that chew. Come on, man.
Give me a second. It's so many.
Jesus Christ.
All right, I'll read it.
Okay.
What technology do you wish existed?
There you go.
Hmm.
That's a good one. Legs like that for the
Looks like that doing something. Right here.
Man, that's what you call
Oh,
a handicap match right there.
Handy capable of laying you
I'm
out.
sorry, dude. Oh, bad.
Oh,
Bad.
hey, why do you have a size 10 bump on the side of your head, dude?
Let him answer the question, bro. Sorry.
Let him answer the question.
Shit, man. I don't know. I mean, this day and age, what really doesn't exist? I mean, you've got, they've got, like where you can do skin grafts and like skin rejuvenation. I mean,
Right.
there's really nothing at this point that really doesn't exist. It's just a matter of being what's the word I'm looking for? Like open to like the public.
Right.
You know, I mean,
But to your imagination, what technology do you wish did exist? I could tell you mine, but
I guess maybe from like You know what? Yeah, from personal experience, I wish that there was some kind of technology that you could, you know, memories that you've lost, or memories that maybe you don't even remember,
right.
something that you can like project and like see, like the same way you hook up, the old camcorders to a TV and you can watch it. Something that you could just connect to your head and just portray that. I think that would be something interesting and cool to experience. Not just like remember something, but actually be able to see it, and especially if it's something like more meaningful to you.
Right.
Yes. It'll have that meaning as opposed to just like, this is just a memory.
Yeah,
I think that would be something that I would wish for. That'd be pretty awesome.
Because
cool.
that would also save a lot of sanity in people, because you got that one memory, you're just like, it's like right there, and like it just won't won't come to you.
I hear you.
Or you're walking to the kitchen and you're like, the hell was I coming in here for? Like, rewind.
No shit, man.
Yeah.
It would be like that movie Click, where it's like, have a remote control.
Oh,
Main menu, scene selection. Okay, what part of my life am I looking for?
Yeah.
Something like that would be pretty badass too.
That'd be pretty cool, man. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, especially if it gets you a hot wife like Kate Beckinsale.
Oh my gosh.
Well, he already had her before he got the remote.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, well, potato.
Oh, you can beat her over the head with your leg, but
maybe I'll beat you over the head with my leg.
Oh, another question from Royal.
Right here. It's right here.
It's okay.
All right.
Oh my God. Yeah, there's another one now. Tiger King he wants to tell you, have you ever noticed the Chew and Ooh look like the Giant Gonzalez and Taz?
You know what?
No, but I will never be able to see that now. That will forever be burned in my brain.
Take me to his house right
Put
now.
the freaking leg away,
No,
dude.
take me to his fucking house now. Take me to his house now. We're finishing this.
We're finishing this podcast. I want you to drop me off in the front.
Drop me off in the front. Because one of us is leaving town forever.
My God.
And it's not going to be me.
Man. Holy shit, man. Martin Rocha, what's up, buddy? The leg was hilarious. Thank you, Martin.
Yeah, when it's not coming at you.
Holy shit. And I knew for the fact, man, when he was going to do that, because he was, I'm going to do something. I'm going to just be prepared. I'm going to do something.
Yeah.
Just don't freak out. All right. Hey, you wanted to a big shout out to somebody. You wanted to say hi to somebody out there.
I just wanted to send a big shout out to one of our major fans out there.
Mm-hmm.
He's always giving us love. I thought I'd give him a little love back. It's, I'm just going to say this.
All right.
Welcome to McDonald's. What do you want?
Welcome to McDonald's.
Welcome to McDonald's. What do you want?
Wait, Ronald McDonald? What are you talking about, bro?
Welcome to McDonald's.
Uh-huh.
What do you want?
What do you want? Oh, okay. There you go. Big shout to Moon Pro.
Yes.
Moon We have a tendency of playing online, Xbox online, and
Shout out to Xbox.
yeah, shout out to Xbox. We play Roblox. It's a new game that we play once in a
It's
while.
an ultra-violent hardcore man's game.
And we were doing
Manly man.
Yeah, we're doing
Manly men with
the restaurant tycoon, I think it was.
yeah, sure, why
And,
not?
I think it was that,
They were
and he was behind the
blowing
counter, and little Roblox were coming in. He goes, "Yeah, welcome down. What the hell you want?" I'm like, "Yeah."
So his exact words were, "Welcome to McDonald's. What do you want?"
Yeah, what do you want? Yeah, well, yeah, but I just put "what the hell" because
Yeah,
he probably would have said it, but.
what the fuck do you want? I can't wait for him to get a job.
Oh, it's gonna be beautiful, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be
a
beautiful.
lot of crazy backlashes from the boss. It's gonna be fun to watch, man. But yeah, so the impression in your mind is gonna stay of Gigante Gonzalez and Taz now forever.
Yep, it is.
Oh, great! Thanks, Royal. Appreciate that.
I'm gonna have to make you guys their gear now. A big muscle suit with fur.
You don't have to worry about the fur.
So you know what? Worry about the fur, okay? don't listen to this killjoy. You do what your heart tells you to do. Okay.
Just like the way we made the Mount Rushmore. Just feel the music. Feel the art.
Whatever you feel.
Just play it by ear. Holy shit! I knew it was gonna go south with that. Oh my god! Let's go to the next question, man. Let's get another question here. See what we got in store for the Tiger King here, and see what else the next question is.
All right.
Come on.
Who are your heroes in real life?
There you go. That's a good question.
I would have to say first and foremost, like my mom.
There you go.
You know, she was always, you know, she's the one that like really made me who I am today, and like, I mean, it was just me and my mom growing up. So you know, she told me to, you know, never quit, no matter what you're going through, no matter what obstacles. Just always hold your head up high and face through it. So first and foremost, it would be my mom, and you know, other heroes. Shit, I guess my grandpa too. You know, you know, is like since I didn't have that father figure in my life, he was that father figure. So you know, everything I learned from him. Also, I'd follow him around everywhere he'd go. So you know, I picked up so much from him. And I think that's where I also get my creativity from, because my grandpa used to, he was like a, what do you call it, woodsmith. So, you know, he worked at a lumber yard, so he could make anything out of wood. And even to this day, like he'll make canes and, you know, cutting boards and anything you can think of out of wood. So I guess it's where I get my creativity from.
That's awesome.
And, you know, just, you know, when it comes down to making stuff, like I always kind of see a little outside of the box, like, oh, this can go good.
Shout out to those unsung heroes.
Yeah, no kidding.
No kidding. And on a completely different subject, you know, completely, how does he feel about making a wooden leg for someone?
I'll have to ask him.
You know, just like if someone were just like, oh, the clear blue sky.
Oh, we're getting some emergencies here.
Weather alerts.
No, actually, no. Thank God it's not a weather alert.
Okay.
It's actually some other stuff that's going on, which you guys are probably gonna get it right now when you are watching the podcast. So don't freak out. Don't freak out because
I'm fine.
He's fine. I don't have to worry about that, but the leg ain't. But anyway, wooden leg. Considering the fact that Halloween is just around the corner, which is going to be an interesting podcast because we got Purple Villain coming in, and we are going to keep an eye out for that one. We are going to do a costume podcast, Facebook Live and podcast. Well, the podcast won't be able to see us in costume, but YouTube will. That would be an interesting one for you guys to catch, so that will be fun. We have been deciding what Chew should come in as, and
well, that's why I'm asking, because I want the leg from A Christmas Story, you know, just.
The name.
He's gonna come as the lamp.
Hey, I'll do what I gotta do for the show. All right. If Giant Gonzalez is gonna sport a wooden hooker leg, all right. I do what I gotta do.
You see what you missed for the first podcast, and when you were with me, it wasn't that.
Yep.
You just notched it up. Turned up to 11.
Hey,
in the great words of
I start at 11. All right. The fact that I have restrained myself.
I don't after what you did today. I don't think you'll be restraining yourself anytime soon, man.
Oh no, the leg is out.
The leg is out, ladies and gentlemen. The leg has finally come out. Oh my God, dude. Well, that's good, man. Things are going great for you, and as far as anything else, what else is in store that we can look forward to? I mean, anything you want to say out there to those that are upcoming? There's a lot of young talent out there, and I have quite a few young talent coming into the podcast in a couple of weeks or next month, I believe, right?
First, what do you have to say to anyone who's inspired by Wolfie over here?
Who?
Oh. Never mind.
There's nobody there. I don't know who we're talking about.
I'm going to get a cutout and put it here next time.
Hey, how about that for technology? Cloning so that you can be two places
at once.
Yes, at once.
Oh, man, a lot of husbands would get in trouble for that.
Oh. It wasn't me. It was number 14.
And it was me. It was number 55. I don't know How many are you? Other don't ask. Don't ask. Don't tell.
I lost count.
I lost count.
No, man. I mean, Eric's a badass guy to look up to. I mean, like I said, he's got that never give up mentality also. And he goes in there with it's always the fans on the mind. Like do whatever you got to do to make sure that they're entertained and they're getting their money's worth. Right. So that's one thing I've always looked up to Eric for and always tried to emulate, especially because he's the one that, like I said, took me under his wing and showed me the ropes. So it's like I always try and take a little bit of everybody that's kind of put in their time and effort into me. Right. So that's just one thing I've taken from him is just do whatever you got to do to send those fans home happy. Right. With their money's worth. Whether it's whether it's 5 people or 50 people or 100 people, like go out there and just give them the best show you can. Yeah, I hear you. So
any word of advice to these new upcoming talent that's coming up? I got, like I said, I was telling you before, I got a couple of them that are coming in. I got Mooncat coming in about a couple of months. I got the Manatan himself walking in also, which is his mic skills are
incredible.
Amazing,
yeah,
incredible.
I've seen a few of his promos, man.
Yeah, so that's going to be another one interesting to have in the podcast also. Yep. So any word of advice to these young covers that are coming in?
Always give it 110%. It's okay to say no to a booking. You don't have to go out there and take every booking you can just to say, oh, I've wrestled here, I've wrestled there, I've wrestled this many places. No, it's learn to say no. There's certain situations when you're just gonna know, like, no, I'm not gonna do this. Like I know it's happened to Eric before. I haven't been put in that situation as bad as like he has, but it's if you get there and like weather conditions aren't good and like even if you see like the ring is shit, it's like don't do it. Actually, no, I was put in a situation and my dumbass still didn't say no. I worked this one show in Brownsville, and that ring was fucking terrible, like terrible.
Gotcha.
There was like no padding on the ring. One side of it was literally being held up by a jack.
Oh shit! Okay.
And like, at that point I should have been like, yeah, fuck this. But I think the only reason why I continued on with it was because my aunt was going to be there. Oh, okay. And it was like it was going to be the first time that anybody from my family had seen me wrestle.
Okay.
So I was like, no, you know what? I can't. Like, I gotta just go through with it. I'll just avoid that side. But I mean, the ring was terrible. Every bump hurt like shit. Oh, and then it started raining. Thankfully, it was after my match. But there are instances where it's okay to say no, and your personal safety comes above anything else. Like if
absolutely
right, exactly, absolutely, exactly.
That's one thing to say in mind. Like I know a lot of guys, when they first start, they're so hungry and eager to get those bookings and get that exposure that they're willing to go out in dangerous conditions to do it, and sometimes it's just really not worth it. Like just know your limits, know your boundaries, and I mean you'll be all right.
Yeah, and Wolf King Eric also says here, just don't get big-headed. Stay fucking humble.
Exactly.
My advice to all the young new boys that are coming into the wrestling era. So, and it's slowly growing, guys. I mean, most of these federations are popping up left and right, man, left and right.
Yeah, saying off what Eric said, I know several people that I started with, and all of a sudden they start getting a couple wins and people start chanting their names and big ass airheads. But it's like you're not shit. Like until you have a contract and until you're bringing in the big bucks, then all right, start developing somewhat of an ego. But until you get to that point, dude, like no.
Keep it plain and Jane.
Yeah. You go out there and you do what you got to do.
Just like you say, stay fucking humble.
Yeah, stay humble. I mean, that's the bottom line. And even if you do get that big money contract, still stay humble. Know where you came from.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Yeah, well, we got time for one more, brother.
One more?
One more.
All right.
Let's get one more question.
Not make me think. Makes my head hurt.
Oh, shit.
I hate those two. No, I'm not going to ask that.
Good, my head hurt already just thinking about it.
No kid.
It says, and just before you read that, Wolf says also, even when you get a contract, you still ain't shit.
Well, I mean, like in any athletic sport, you're always one injury away from.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
There's absolutely nothing special about you. As far as that, like if you go down with an injury, someone else is going to take your spot.
Right.
It's not the game is not going to slow down because you can't make the show or you can't wrestle. Easily, just all right, move on to the next one.
It's just like working at any retail or any job. You're just a number.
Yep.
They'll get the next guy in there, next person in there.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead, Chief.
Speaking of which, what's your guilty pleasure?
Here we go.
Guilty pleasure.
I'm waiting for a snappy comeback from Eric here. I'm looking at because he's commenting. I'm watching this stuff on your hand.
Guilty pleasure. Do I even have one?
You gotta have one. Everybody's got one. Come on now, think.
See, my head hurts already.
See what you did, Jim?
Making me think.
Where is that steam coming from?
Well, I guess here's something that a lot of people don't know about me is I was a band geek when I was in high school.
All right.
So I'm a huge musical nerd. I don't have my saxophone with me anymore, but back when I did have it, I used to always just go isolate myself and play. So I guess that's my guilty pleasure.
Well, Eric's saying otherwise. Is beer, and lots of beer. Tiger can drink.
Yeah, he would know. So
I knew it.
Which you owe me a drink now because you're not here.
And I had we had our fridge fully stocked today.
The fridge is
fully stocked for both of you guys, and you walked on in. So I guess Tiger's taking the whole 26-pack that's in there for himself. So sorry, man.
I mean. We were planning on splitting that Natty Light between the two of us.
Oh, we want Natties? Natty Light. Yeah, shout out to Natty Light.
Natty Light.
Shout out to Keith Velasquez saying, I made it. You go, what's up, Keith? You're going to have to go back and replay because Chu did some funny shit before he said it.
Let's just say things went swinging around.
Keith, come on, dude. Come on.
Shout out to Keith, man. Thank you for processing all those oh shit, here we go. This is what you missed, Keith. He whooped out the leg, bro. He whooped out the size, what is it?
10.
Size 10.
You know what? Fuck you. Size 11.
I'm going 12. Yeah. Let's just do 12.
It's going 12, all right.
Oh my God. He's saying, what's up, Tiger? It's from Staten Island, New York. He's watching way out there, man. I appreciate you, Keith, for watching, man. But don't miss Keith's show, man. First night experience. Great show. Awesome music, man. Entertaining, man. Entertaining. And he goes, oh, snap. He just saw the lick. Man. Listen to a show, man, every month. I think I'll give you the schedule, man. I'll punch it out there for you guys because
you know what we've been getting a lot of love from Knight over the past year that we've been we've been doing the show.
Yes,
and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, man, we really do appreciate, man.
You say the word, you say the word. It's on.
One of these days, I'm gonna make it out there to New York.
There you go.
There you go.
Look him up. Look him up. Here we'll interview you on his show, man. For a fact, he'll get you on there, man. Great guy.
And then we'll go out and have a beer afterwards.
There you go. There you go.
Hell, maybe might even have a beer during the show.
Yeah, and get into a street fight after that. Oh my God.
Let me know, Keith. I'll be there. Things are getting escalated real quick.
We're thinking about getting him a wheel so he can carry that thing around. He walks around outside now, man.
But man, dude, Thor's got his hammer. I got this leg.
All right. You know what? Let's not even go. Let's just end the podcast on that note. Oh my God, dude!
Come on, it worked last time.
The last time it was raining.
The last time it was raining. It's a sunny day outside, bro.
You know what, dude?
And Keith wants to know where you got that leg from. Tell him where you got it from.
You don't want to know, Keith. You don't want to know. All right.
Oh, this shit! Oh my God!
What you don't know, the cops can't ask you about. All right. Just know I got it.
Jesus, it's just driving. And it's funny how the viewings have gone up from 3 to 4. Now there's 6 people watching the show thanks to Chew's leg.
Really? It's not my yoga skills right now?
It's not your yoga skills.
Look at this shit.
Holy shit. I'm going to end the podcast, bro, with that note, dude. Tiger King, I appreciate you coming on once again.
Yes,
Eric, the Wolf King will get you on here ASAP, man, when you get your time. And while Tro here looking for lightning and thunder to hit his leg.
Last time.
Take a picture for Facebook. Don't worry, kid. There's going to be a lot of postings on this thing, man. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ, Tiger. Appreciate it, man. You coming in again. Thank you for the mask. No awesome, man. Great mask.
Thank you. Thank you.
The official Chunu wrestling mask. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Lucha mask.
Lucha mask, man.
Official
awesome.
Lucha mask of the
Appreciate it, man.
Show.
Awesome. Awesome, man. And thank you for buying our product and wearing it to the ring. Definitely, I appreciate that, man. And very humble guy to talk to, just like Eric. They're both very humble guys when they're around us, man. Fun to talk to, like to shoot the shit with us. And eventually we're gonna get them both in here so we can have probably like what's the JR's friend a
slobber knocker.
A slobber knocker. That's the correct. A slobber knocker up in here. And hopefully by then we'll have that nice thick table.
that
can withstand the body slam.
It's made out of 100%.
What? Chew leg or?
No, all right, no. All right.
See, no, for that table, you need to have them make it with the legs. Each leg will literally be a leg.
It'll be in the middle. Or you know what? We'll put it at the top of a ladder. First one to get to it
is the new champ.
We're gonna pull a WCW and put a leg on a pole match.
There you go. That might work. That might work.
Oh, it'll work.
That just might work, right?
It's done.
It's done.
All right.
Consider the match signed.
Shit, man. Yeah. Oh my God.
I know for a fact that the guy that this belongs to is not going to need it. All right. He's done heating stuff.
Oh my God. And Royale says now you go hit the bars and wants to go with the Tiger King. Chewinu, maybe, not sure. And we got interrupted.
Yeah. So we are
crazy.
We are, Ro.
Oh my God.
What are you gonna do about it?
Dude, leave him alone, dude. Leave him alone. Let me end this podcast already.
Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for listening to us. You can hear us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor. We'll shoot it out in any which way. Also, a big thank you to New York City Podcast Network. We are officially on their streamcast.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate guys. I really appreciate it. And thank you for all the love on YouTube. Also, up to 490 subscribers already. Jesus Christ. Thank you, guys. We appreciate you guys out there from all over the world. We appreciate you listening to us and watching us. And until then, we'll see you next time. Go and sign us out.
I've been Chew.
And I am Ooh and the Tiger King in the house. Thank you very much. And we'll see you next time. Kitties, laters, gators.
It's time for the First Night Experience. It's that time to get it in. About to break that fun again. Here's a sec. Text your friend. Tell the asses how to tune in. The most diverse on the internet. It's the First Night Experience. You never know what's coming next, but let me tell you what you're about to get. I'ma play you some songs. I'ma play you some beats. I'ma play you some shit you'll find unique. I'ma play you some rock. I'ma play you some jazz. I'ma play some shit to shake that ass. I'ma play. But most of all, I'm gonna be me. It's gonna be me. Make you laugh a comedy. Tell me now, are you ready? First Night Experience, the most diverse show on the internet. It's the First Night Experience, the most diverse show on the internet. Yeah, it's the First Night Experience. Check. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chew and You podcast.
Hey yo, I'm coming for them duffel bags and gold teeth. This game been saturated, written for my nosebleeds. I like that propane and spit that dragon breath. I got that product for the low, all hell my connect. I've seen the nicest people plotting with the worst intent. I've seen my enemies.